The Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra is now official, and we finally have our best look yet at Samsung's next flagship. In this video, we're breaking down the full specs, design changes, camera upgrades, pricing, and release date for the entire Galaxy S26 series. You're watching Touch Trove. Let's jump straight in. First, Samsung's Galaxy reservation page is now live. You can reserve your Galaxy S26 series device for free by just entering your name and email. No payment, no commitment to buy. By reserving, you're getting $30 in Samsung credit up to $900 in additional savings, a chance to win $5,000. If you're even thinking about picking up a new Samsung Galaxy S26, S26, or S26 Ultra, it's worth locking that in now. The link is down in the description. Now, on to the first official certification. The Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra has passed WPC certification with Key 2.2. 1. Confirming support for the latest wireless charging standard. There's a catch though. The listing confirms that the Galaxy S26 Ultra does not support the magnetic power profile. In simple terms, there are no built-in magnets inside the phone. So if you want MagSafe style magnetic chargers or accessories, you'll still need a magnetic case rather than native magnetic support on the device itself. Next, Samsung has dropped an official teaser for the Galaxy S26 series, and it gives us our clearest hint at camera improvements so far. The teaser shows someone zooming in closer and closer until they spot a dog sitting inside a car. With the word closer appearing on screen, Samsung doesn't reveal any numbers in the teaser. But based on all the leaks and reports we've seen, this points to software-driven zoom upgrades rather than brand new optical hardware. Expect the same optical zoom levels as before, but with much smarter AI-powered digital zoom, giving you sharper, more detailed long-range shots on the S26 Ultra. We've already seen the Galaxy S26 Ultra design multiple times in leaks. But ICE Universe has now added an important detail about the rear camera module. They're claiming the S26 Ultra uses a transparent layer within the new camera housing. It's a subtle design tweak, but it explains why the camera module looks cleaner and more refined this year. When it comes to raw performance, the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra is going all in. Every S26 Ultra will be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 and not the standard version, but a special overclocked variant just for Samsung. We've already seen this chip appear on Geekbench 6. The tested unit had 12 gigabytes of RAM and scored around 3,601 in single-core and 10,686 in multi-core. These are already very strong numbers, and performance should improve further as Samsung optimizes the software closer to launch. Let's talk pricing, because this is where it gets interesting. A new leak from DAB suggests minor price increases for the Galaxy S26 and Galaxy S26 Plus, while the Galaxy S26 Ultra pricing remains unchanged. According to the European pricing leak, Galaxy S26 starts at €99, Galaxy S26 starts at €1,269, Galaxy S26 Ultra starts at €1,469. These prices include local VAT and don't directly convert to US or other regions. But the key takeaway is that Samsung appears to be protecting the Ultra from further price hikes, keeping it at the same level as last year's Ultra. We also briefly saw the Galaxy S26 and Galaxy S26 Ultra leak from Evan Blass. He shared multiple official renders, including a 360-degree video of the S26 Ultra and Samsung marketing material. Unsurprisingly, Samsung moved quickly and those posts were taken down, so we can't show those exact assets here. However, based on what was shown, we've recreated a full 360-degree render of the Galaxy S26 Ultra, along with in-hand shots to give you a clear idea of what to expect. You'll find all that in our linked article in the description. From all the leaks and renders, the biggest visual changes for the Galaxy S26 Ultra are More rounded corners for better in-hand comfort. A refreshed camera module layout with that. New transparent layer. It's still very clearly an Ultra, but with a softer, more ergonomic feel. Now, for the official launch timing, Samsung has locked in the date. The Samsung Galaxy S26 series will be unveiled on February 25th in San Francisco. Global sales are expected to begin on March 11th. With that out of the way, let's go through the full specs, design, and expected pricing for the entire Galaxy S26 lineup, so you can decide which model is right for you. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Touch Trove so you don't miss our full hands-on coverage. Let's start with the standard Galaxy S26. The Samsung Galaxy S26 is expected to feature 6.3-inch Dynamic AMOLED display, 120Hz refresh, RATE HDR10 Plus support, 1080 by 2340 resolution Gorilla Glass Victus 3 protection for selfies. You get a 12MP punch hole front camera. On the rear, it's a triple camera setup. 50MP main camera, 12 MP telephoto under the hood. The Galaxy S26 will be powered by Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 in some regions, Exynos 2600 in others. It's coming with 12 GB RAM up to 512 GB UFS 4.0 storage battery and charging, 4300 mAh battery, 25 W wired fast charging, 15W wireless charging connectivity and software, 5G Bluetooth, 6W Wi-Fi 7 ultra wideband, UB, support One UI 8.5 based on Android 16. The Galaxy S26 is expected to start from around $800, with a launch window of February 2026. Next up, the Samsung Galaxy S26 Plus. The Galaxy S26 steps things up with 6.7-inch Dynamic AMOLED display, 120 Hz refresh rate, HDR10 Plus support, 1440 by 3120 resolution Gorilla Glass Victus 3 protection on the front. You again get a 12MP punch hole selfie camera. On the back, we have a triple camera system, 50MP primary camera, 12MP ultra wide, 12MP telephoto with 3x optical zoom powering the Galaxy S26 Plus. Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 in selected markets, Exynos 2600 and others, memory and storage, 12 GB RAM up to 512 GB UFS 4.0 storage battery and charging, 4900 mAh battery, 45W wire fast charging connectivity and software, 5G Bluetooth 6 Wi-Fi 7 ultra wideband support, One UI 8.5 based on Android 16. The Galaxy S26 is expected to start at around $1,000 in February 2026. Now, let's talk about the wild card in the lineup, the Samsung Galaxy S26 Edge. The Galaxy S26 Edge is rumored to launch later in 2026 if it doesn't get cut from the lineup. Here's what we're expecting. Display, 6.7-inch Dynamic AMOLED display with curved edges, 120Hz refresh rate, HDR 10 plus 1440x 3120 resolution Gorilla Glass Victus 3 protection front. Camera, 12MP punch hole selfie camera, rear cameras, dual setup, 200MP wide angle primary camera, 50MP ultra wide camera processor. Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, memory and storage, 12 GB RAM, 256 GB or 512 GB UFS 4.0. Storage, battery and charging, 4200 mAh battery, improved fast charging. Exact wattage still to be confirmed. Connectivity and software, 5G Bluetooth, 6W Wi-Fi 7 ultra wideband support, One UI 8.5 based on Android 16 if it launches. The Galaxy S26 Edge is expected to arrive later in 2026 with a starting price of around $1,100. Finally, let's get into the main event, the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is Samsung's most premium S-series phone, and it packing the most advanced hardware dot display Colon 6.9-inch. Dynamic AMOLED display 120Hz refresh rate HDR10+. Support 1440 by 3120 resolution Gorilla Glass Armor 3 protection on the front. There's a center punch hole cutout housing a 12MP selfie camera. On the rear, the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra features a quad camera setup, 200MP primary camera with f1.4 aperture 50MP. ULTRA RAY 50MP periscope telephoto with 5x optical zoom 12MP telephoto with 3x optical zoom. This combination, plus Samsung's AI processing, should deliver much better zoom detail and low light performance compared to previous generations.